Hello guys, welcome back for Gameweek 4 predictions. Today we've got a special guest, Ross Hiscock.
Hey guys, how's it going?
He is not really super well known for his football watching. He is an Arsenal fan, but he's more well known for his band, the Tone Ramblers. Ross, tell us where we can find your music.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thanks for having me on here. It's obviously an honor to be here. And so the Tone Ramblers, we just started last year and we have 2 singles out on all music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Go check it out. And then obviously we also have an Instagram under the Tone Ramblers.
Yeah, we'll check that in the description for you guys.
Yeah.
But Lincoln, where are we starting today?
We're starting with Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Arsenal unfortunately did lose to Liverpool, but remember, in order to succeed, you need to fail first. So that's all part of the plan. Everyone's knocking on Mikel Arteta's door, telling him to get sacked, telling him to leave the club. But I believe in Mikel Arteta. He will get us the Champions League or the Premier League this season. But nonetheless, Arsenal, my prediction is Arsenal will win this game 4-0. Victor Gyökeres with another 2 goals to make it 4 goals in 4 games in the Premier League. Magnificent game is going to be for Arsenal at the Emirates. What have you said, Ross?
Yeah, obviously I've got to be a little biased towards my club. But I genuinely think Arsenal, they're going to take a 2-0 victory. My man, what's his name? Calafiori.
Yes,
Most handsome
that's a man in the Premier League.
Literally, bro. I love to watch him and I think he might encourage me to get back into watching Arsenal.
These guys' glaze is crazy, especially after losing against Liverpool 1-0, and in my opinion, the most handsome man scoring the winner, Dominic.
So was like, no, you.
But
you
anyways,
must be mad. You must be mad.
I think that Arsenal are going to win this game 2-1, barely. They weren't that great against Liverpool, and I think Gyökeres is a fraud. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Right, Bournemouth versus Brighton. This is going to be a fairly balanced pairing. Both teams, whenever they face each other, they score at least 3 goals. So, let's hear from you guys first before I go.
Well, I did a little bit of research, and I picked up that Bournemouth versus Brighton, it never ends in a draw. It's always a team that just edges it, and both teams always score. So, I've gone for a 2-1 Brighton win. I'm going Brighton.
That's quite similar to mine actually.
What did you
I've
go?
always enjoyed watching Brighton from when I used to watch the Premier League. Obviously, like I said, I really enjoyed watching Matoma. I think he's got a lot of potential. So I predicted 2-0 to Brighton.
Okay, yeah, I've gone with the. Carl said draws never happen, but I've gone for a 2-2 draw. The first draw. It's going to be an amazing game. Probably one of the ones to watch.
Crystal Palace Sunderland, guys. For me, I think that I'm still not convinced with Sunderland yet. They have recently beat Brentford, but still, I think that Crystal Palace, even after losing Eze, I think that they are looking like a strong side. And I think against Sunderland at home, they'll win this game 3-1. What do you guys think?
Well, who's going to win? Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace 3-1.
Okay, Ross.
You know, I didn't really follow Crystal Palace or Sunderland much from my previous years of football knowledge. But I'm going to have to say I think it's going to be the first draw of my pick. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Oh, I've gone for the exact same thing as us. 1-1 draw. I don't think that any team is going to win. I don't think they have the attacking power. Obviously, Crystal Palace lost Eze. The only man they have is Mateta. So yeah, it's going to be a 1-1 draw for me.
The next game, Everton versus Aston Villa. And I went quite big with this one, From looking at the Premier League table, seems like Everton, they're doing quite well.
Yeah, they are.
You're right.
Up the toffees, lad.
And obviously Aston Villa seem like they're struggling a bit. I've always liked Aston Villa, my dad's a big fan. But I have to say, I'm going to go for 3-0 to Everton for this, which is quite a big one.
That's a bold one.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Okay, I've gone with a simple 2-0 win to Everton. Carl, what have you gone with?
I totally disagree with you there, Lincoln. I totally disagree with Ross too. I think that it's going to be a big game, but for both teams. I think Aston Villa at the end of the transfer market made some very big signings. Elliott and Sancho coming in. I think that's going to really resurrect their team. And I think this game's going to end 4-3 to Everton.
4-3 to Everton.
4-3 to Everton.
What a game in
That's a big
Dickinson
game.
Stadium, bro. Right, Fulham and Leeds. Now I've gone for a Fulham win, 3-1. But I just wanted to say that goals really do seem likely in this game because when they normally play each other, there's normally quite a lot of goals. So, like I said, 3-1. Ross, that's what you have to say.
Yo, this one was quite tough for me, but I'm just going to go straight to my prediction. I predicted 1-0 to Fulham. And
That's actually fair.
For Fulham and Leeds, I don't know. Hey, again, I'm not convinced with Leeds at the moment. I think Fulham, they're a reliable Prem side, and I think they're going to pull it through quite simply 2-0. Wolves, Newcastle next, guys, and I think the big talking point here is strikers. We have Strand Larsen, which Lincoln said
On the level of Isak, mate.
which is I think is crazy. But anyways, and Newcastle have brought in 2 new guys, Wissa and Voltemade, which is going to be interesting to see who starts and who performs, and to see if Larsen is anywhere near Isak's level. But for me, I think that this game will finally, I said it last week that Newcastle will finally get their win and they didn't get it. But this week, finally, I think Newcastle will just about get over the line and just about beat this Wolves team 2-1.
What did you say, Ross?
mine's pretty similar. I mean, I think Newcastle's a really good team. And obviously, looking at the Premier League table, Wolves don't seem to be doing that well at the moment, bottom of the log. So I'm going to say 3-1 victory to Newcastle. And yeah,
Okay, good. I've gone with a big win. Sorry. I've gone with a big win. Like Carl said, good signings. I've gone with a 4-0 win to Newcastle.
That's wow.
That's good.
Lots of goals. Yeah, Newcastle will take this win, and that will really boost all of their players' confidence.
West Ham, Tottenham. What are our predictions, guys?
I think I'll put my hands up. West Ham did get a result. Last weekend,
Yeah,
they
they
got a result. I said that they were doomed, but they got a result against Nottingham Forest, and I think that's big for their confidence. But against Tottenham, it's not happening. I'm sorry. It was a lucky game. I don't see it happening this time out, and I think that Tottenham will breeze through this with their solid attack. They were unlucky against Bournemouth last weekend, and I think this game will end 3-1 Tottenham, and I think Kudus will get a goal for my FPL team. What you guys think?
Yeah, no, I just want to say that West Ham against Tottenham, and actually in general throughout the season, they've conceded heavily, an average of two goals each game. So I've just gone with a 2-1 win to Spurs. I think West Ham will score. I don't know who will score, but someone will get a goal.
Me too. As much as I want to say Tottenham's going to win, I think something crazy is going to happen this week. And I think West Ham is going to beat Tottenham because they need it. And I'm going to say 1-0 win to West Ham.
That's crazy. Brentford, Chelsea up next, and I did a little bit of research, and Brentford are Chelsea's bogey side. Chelsea do often beat Brentford, but it's never by a massive scoreline. It always ends like 2-1 or 1-0, and every now and then a draw happens too. So I want to hear what you guys have to say before I say my results. So Lincoln, start us off.
Chelsea fans, I'm an Arsenal fan. I hate Chelsea. So I, unfortunately, have gone with a Brentford win 2-1 to Brentford.
Lincoln, I'm kind of the opposite there, bro. Kind of similar score, 2-1 to Chelsea.
Okay.
I've always been a big fan of Chelsea. At one point, I actually considered converting.
That's crazy.
To a Chelsea fan.
Okay.
But obviously, that you can't break the rules. You got to stay with your team forever.
Yeah, you have to.
But yeah, 2-1 to Chelsea.
I'm going to absolutely be a hypocrite now and go up against exactly what I just said. I said these games don't have goals, these games always are close, but I think Chelsea's attack is flippin' scary, and I think Brentford's defence hasn't been that convincing. So I think this game's going to end 4-1. Keep it simple. I think João Pedro going to get a few goals. Esteval's looking really good. I think this game's going to end 4-1. Liverpool up next, guys. And what can I say? We beat Arsenal. If you didn't see it already, they had to jump in the pool for the loss. It was a great game. I mean, the game itself was kind of boring, but the result was everything I could have asked for. I think against Burnley, if we lose, I will be shell-shocked. I will literally, I don't know. I'll probably faint on the spot. But I think I did a bit of research, and Burnley haven't beat us at their home ground since 2016, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the first for everything though.
Okay. But salty there from last week. But I think that this game is going to go to Liverpool. We're going to keep another clean sheet, and it's going to be 3-0 Liverpool. Watch out for Isak. I think Wirtz, this is his chance. Final chance, in my opinion, to really spark something against a lower side, maybe get his confidence up. But guys, what do you think?
Yo, bro, mine's exactly the same. I mean, as much as I should dislike Liverpool, you know, I think they're a really good side. Obviously, coming from an Arsenal fan, we lost the game last week. Tough game, you know, a bit boring. And that free kick, forgot the guy's name, but
Dominic Soboslai.
that was really insane, bro. It was impressive. But yeah, so I'm gonna say 3-0 to Liverpool. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, 4-0 to Liverpool. That's crazy, bro. It's like Isak, bro. I'm scared. Right, Manchester United versus Manchester City. The Manchester Derby game of the week. I've gone with a 3-2 victory to Manchester City. Sorry, not United. Not United, I'm joking. If United don't score goals, I won't be surprised because Cunha is obviously injured now. Mbuemo is some bums. Bruno is terrible as well. You know, their whole team is just terrible. I mean, yeah, what do I have to say? Ross, what have you said?
I have a big history with Manchester City, you know, being an Arsenal fan. When was it, like 2 years ago when we bottled the league to Man City?
Yeah.
That was personal, man, and I think
in this shed as well.
Yeah, Man City have always been a big rival for Arsenal. But I want to see an upset for Man City, so I have to say I think Manchester United are going to win 1-0.
Wow, that's bold.
That's actually insane. Yeah.
But I've also gone bold, I can't lie. I think that Man City against Brighton, we all saw the game.
Yeah, we watched that game. Late penalty from
it was pretty decent from Brighton's side, but Man City were poor. They could not put the ball in the net. And I think that this game, it might be a bit different, but I think it's going to be close.
It'll probably be a close win, like Ross said, 1-0.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone bold.
I think it's going to be like a late goal, you know.
Late goal, 2-1.
To Manchester United.
Manchester United. I think Sesko might get his first goal. I've got a feeling Sesko's going to get a goal.
Thank you all for watching. But I have a question for Ross though. Ross, what's happening at our subscribers? Do you have any idea?
So, some exciting news. T-Gear are going to be sponsoring one free shirt to a subscriber. So make sure you subscribe and you might stand a chance to win one of the shirts. So
yeah. Put your team in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned.